Thank you, Deb. It's a pleasure to be on the ticket with you. It's an honor to be in front of so many of you, community leaders, again. My name is Kai Degner, and I'm on the ticket again to run for City Council. When I say community leaders, of course, I mean Senator Warner and Governor Tim Kaine. Thank you for being here. And of course, I don't only mean them. I mean all of us here together are leaders in our community. So many of you are on nonprofit boards. So many of you are giving of your time and money to so much that makes Harrisonburg what it is, why we want to be here. And I want to thank you for that. If there's one thing I've learned being on City Council, it's that nothing can be accomplished without others. We're doing this together. We're a community working together to create the progress that we've seen. Put another way, we built it together. And despite the deep recession the last 4 years, we've seen progress across a number of areas in our community. Education is number one. We've partnered with the school board to have a budget that emphasizes learning and faculty. We didn't lay off one teacher and opened a beautiful school building right in the heart of our downtown on Court Square. For roads and infrastructure, we've built more bike lanes and sidewalks, and we're close to finishing a Stone Spring-Erickson Southeast Connector project that I think is about as old as I am. And that single project can spur, according to one estimate, 5,000 new jobs here in Harrisonburg. Thank you. And one of my campaign promises shared with Richard when we ran last time was transparency in government. Simple things like we get a PDF a week before that has all of the council agenda and all the supporting documents of what we're going to vote on. As of our first meeting, that PDF was available to the public for download from the website, so you didn't have to go down to the municipal building and pick it up and read it yourself. Those are simple changes that make a big impact in informing the public on the decisions that we make every day. Now you can go and see a video feed of all of our past council meetings, and you could take a snippet out, so if I say something that you didn't like and you want to put it in a blog, you can now do that. Engagement. We wanted more people involved. We started a Harrisonburg Summit series that 1,000 different people attended, at least one summit. Many of you were part of that. Bringing our community together to talk about problems and our own solutions. Really inspiring. That rolled into the review of our comprehensive plan that happens every 5 years. We quadrupled the number of participants in the meetings to create our comprehensive plan. So we have a broader ownership in our community about what that plan says. So if there is a challenge to what's in the plan, we have more people that can defend what's in the plan as their own because we wrote it together as a community. We also have a new bike plan, and an innovative way of partnering was we had a group in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County that taxed themselves for mileage in their automobile and put that money in a fund and flew a delegation from Harrisonburg, including Planning Commissioner Damas is in the back, to Davis, California, where the first bike lanes were ever implemented. And we learned from there and came back and implemented those lessons in our bike plan here. That's by far one of the most important things if you ask people what they're looking for in Harrisonburg. It's more ways to bike and walk around town. Business and economic development, we weathered the storm of the real estate market. We're seeing an uptick. We were one of 2 cities that created jobs in Virginia from one year to the other in this down economy. We see the downtown restaurant scene booming, something we're all definitely partners in, I'm sure. And we started a microloan program a year ago that's loaned $40,000 of money to small businesses here in our community, including the nephew of the Orndorffs right on Court Square. He started Court Square Coffee. So when you need coffee to keep making those calls for the Obama campaign, that's where you can go. Friendly City Food Co-op isn't something that City Council had a hand in, but boy, we have, I think, 1,500 members of the Friendly City Food Co-op, a downtown supermarket that is now catering to our farmers in our area, bringing that food right downtown. There's intangibles, though, on City Council that I think are important and are particularly relevant to us being Democrats on the ticket. In the middle of the Tea Party craziness of 2 years ago, our city council unanimously passed a resolution in support of the DREAM Act. I think it's important in our community that we recognize our diversity. And as mayor, to go from a Chamber of Commerce event to Pride in the Park, I think is something that you only see a Democrat doing in our community. But of course, there's more work to do. We have challenges with state mandates. We have regional pressures and threats from hydrofracking that is not in Harrisonburg, but our water supply sits on top of the Marcellus Shale that needs to be protected. We hope that we can have partners on the federal level to have common sense laws, and partners with Senator Herring and things like that at the state level. That's a threat to our area. It's opportunity, but right now it's a threat that we need to advocate for from on the local level. I'm one vote on City Council. I hope to be one of 3 votes that you help elect. And I'm hoping that you'll be a partner in this campaign. We're asking for your money at kaiforcouncil.com, or we'll accept checks. Those go to pay for things like the yard signs, which I hope you'll take for yourself and 3 of your friends before you leave. Thank you so much for the opportunity to serve on your city council, and I look forward to another 4 years with both Richard and Deb.